It's Grubby's Orc versus TH's Human in 2025 on War3Champions. I want to say again that this would never have been possible on BNet. Because the ping just doesn't allow, for example, the Chinese to play there or the Europeans to play on fair condition versus the Asians. So there was some alternatives like NetEase and now KK, but Grubby doesn't like to play there because they only have Chinese servers and then it's unplayable for Grubby. And then there's W3Champions, who offers playable conditions for both sides and all sides of the world, basically. So the fact that we have this game with these two legends in 2025 is only due to War3Champions. And we shall always be grateful for that. If you want to keep the servers up, go to W3Champions.com and contribute if you can. I actually don't know how Grubby plays against Human. I'm still starting to follow Grubby again, and I don't really know what the patterns are. Not as detailed as from the tournament players that I see day in, day out, where I can basically tell you what they're doing for 10 minutes straight. And that's cool. That's fresh. It's unpredictable. And now we got the in-game sound as the spamming is over. TH here on Concealed Hill. Going for the Rock Golem creep. That's a big consumable and should be instant level 2. But it's also very standard. Opening! A little kill on the Militia for Grubby. But the big Golem goes towards TH. And that is level 2 immediately. 2 workers down though. That's alright, I think. That's somehow calculated. If you lose more than 2, it's not great. But we see TH with the denies. We see Grubby with a lot of aggression. We also see TH prepared. 3 farms in an Arcane Tower is as defensive as it can be. And now, good luck cracking this. Creeps are rallied against the human base. You know, the ogres, the trolls, and the horde. One big family. In the meantime, we go for a few grunts. We got the tech running. You want to prevent the human away from level 3 from as far for as long as possible. Tier 2 by Grubby almost done. TH didn't start the tech at all. Courtesy of the lost workers in the beginning. Last hit TH. 40%. Patience is a virtue. And TH gets it done. I saw these two are having quite a rivalry on the War3Champions ladder. Good to see. I'm not sure if they actually crossed paths many times in big finals. Because when TH was rising, Grubby's prime was like somewhat coming to an end. Or his priorities shifted. But they probably met a couple of times when TH was on the upswing and Grubby was slowly fading into StarCraft 2. Another last hit TH. Alrighty, this tech is incredibly late for the 3 eggs. TC ready for Grubby. What's the little icon on the creeps? That tells you which creep drops the item, or the gray which creep drops the tome. The gold is for item, the silver one is for tomes. TC, oh, tempted to go into a stomp while TH trying to go into Grubby's base where there's no reinforced defenses. This timing could potentially be sick if he goes to the lodge. But can he lob a water elemental here? Cooldown in 3, 2, storm! Dodged with an invul potion. Oh my god, TH. Now the water elemental is here. The lodge, Grubby ready with the repair. It's not enough damage. It's not enough damage. The timing was freaking perfect. Then we take the next target, the burrow. Then you can also not build any units. Unfortunate here. Supply block, Grubby the first, Shaman comes out. So there is a source of this spell. But my god, the presence of mind for TH. Keeps the footman blocked. And we take a look at that again. Look, this Archmage. Bam! Invo potion. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, Grubby has some catching up to do in terms of burrows and lumber. And also levels. TH has catching up to do in terms of tech. Purge on the water elemental to keep the shaman alive. Alrighty, tier 3 TH. Are we playing air?
We're under attack.
How are we playing air? We finally found our... Oh, are we finding our way out here? Yes, we do. The next end snare should take a little bit too long.
We're under attack.
Especially TH smartly buying boots. Okay, nice little gauntlet. We go air.
Our town is under attack.
And Grubby then is on Raider Shaman against Griffins.
We're under attack.
Ooh, they don't do much. Raider, of course, great.
We're under attack. Ready to ride. Storm, earth, and fire. Heed my call.
But we need either Headhunters, which is tough against the well-played Mountain King, or Wyvern, but then there's Dragonhawks. I would say since 2009-ish, Griffins are a problem for orcs. But you also need armor upgrades. And you need especially time. Usually, because Griffins are so expensive, you play this on 2 base. There was no time this time. Archmage in trouble. Farseer in trouble. No bash here and a TP out before another storm comes in. So good escape. Finally some time for Grubby to creep. And for TH, more time. If this Mountain King reaches level 3, I think playing ground units is extremely hard for Grubby. I don't know if there's a perfect army composition. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Dwarf detected! Dwarf deleted! There's no way out. No way. No mana either. Nice snipe. Reading this creep spot very, very well. And usually when you see a human army on tier 3, it's rising super quickly. They have 5 production buildings. They were banking before because of their expansions. This game, very different. Very, very different. Mountain King shall stay in the ground. No resurrection allowed. It's Thanksgiving, not Easter. And an expansion here. Oh, Grubby has no cement on his burrows, though. That's the worst thing you can possibly have, or not have, against Griffins. It's just easy snipes, and all this repair costs all the resources. Couple of units wiped here, but not too many, actually. Yo, Grubby lost 1,000,000 resources here. Bats coming. This is really expensive, but with bats you keep the hero levels low. Because exploding bats don't give XP. Sweet strike. Sweet strike by TH. Supply numbers for the human. Extremely bad though. And the same sharking that we see from a moon in many games also, especially versus human, we see applied by Grubby. In Moon's hands, it's Dryads. In Grubby's hands, it's Raider Heroes. So, on the one side, we kill all the burrows. On the other side, we kill all the workers. And nobody has the resources to support what they want to go for. Both are kind of crippled, but big fight. No losses here, right? Yeah. You can't afford to lose Griffins. Like, it's impossible. Oh, did he? He left a lightning shield wolf in the main in anticipation of a town portal. And, of course, to kill the workers.
We're under attack.
So Grubby with a solid supply lead, but lost every single burrow. That expo is not an expo, it's just another burrow. And TH also can't produce because he doesn't have the workers. Okay, funny, interesting game. Both are operating with limited resources here. So who does it better? You're on a budget, boys. We are switching into Headhunters, which I like. A little bit more piercing damage, a little bit more anti-air. The Shaman were cute against the Archmage and Water Elementals, but don't offer too much afterwards. It's like nice to have for a super late game. Because Bloodlusted Wyvern destroy Griffins. Love that roaming Bat Rider for information. And if it's just army position, it's valuable information. He sniped it! He sniped it! With the roaming bat! Are you freaking kidding me, man? The big bounty. Kaboom! Item, of course. Item, of course. The 2TH. But a nice chunk of XP. It's a lot about XP. And for that, like, selective usage of Bat Riders, they're insanely good. And even the Shaman, which are kind of somewhat useless, they get their use with Lightning Shield Wolves. So that's TH's army. 3 lousy Griffins. Was it really worth it? Absolutely. I think Mountain King on level 3 with Clap destroys a ground army. And especially level 5. Like level 5 plus. Oh no, 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 no! Yikes, another Griffin for free. We gotta say though, TH with a couple of losses.
We're under attack.
Oh my god, TH has 1 worker. These wolves, man. Reminds me of the Fly versus Sky match on Turtle Rocket PGL.
Our town is under attack.
Every unit gets its value. Insane. Uh-oh. Okay, make this expensive. Vengeance for this raider, I would say. Not detonating the bats into the other bats, but using it for right click. That's the deto. That's the... Oh, sweet Holy Light by TH. So far, I gotta say, TH gets a bit outplayed, no? Yeah. I think so. And again, Grubby with the zap. Casting quite late today. Appreciate your effort. Thank you, Chrono. Appreciate the kind words.
We're under attack.
If Grubby gets an expansion, this game's over. Five workers and a shredder. I don't think you need much more. I mean, obviously you would like to have an expansion, but... yeah. Tiny and go. And how in the hell do you want to counter that as the human? How do you possibly counter this? You can't even really counter expand because you lack the peasants. Isn't the Zeppelin magic immune? The Griffins can attack. The Zeppelin is mechanical. That is different than magic immune. So, for example, you can't coil a Zeppelin. That doesn't work. But magic attacks do work.
We're under attack.
Zap again. Wolf. Yum yum. Super good distraction. The Griffins would love to reach, but they're too fat. They're little bumblebees.
Heed my call. We're under attack.
It's absolute nuts that these shamans did so much this game. Couple of gifts here by TH, of course. But extremely smart gameplay. Can a Griffin attack a Spellbreaker? Nope. They are truly magic immune. Maybe they should be mechanical. What do I know? I know that bats are gonna explode, but slowly with the second armor upgrade and devotion, it's getting very ineffective to use the Bat Riders as their explosion damage gets diminished from armor. So you always need more and more and more Bat Riders to deal with them. Archmage being caught here. No TP. Holy Light at the ready. TH, can you flee? And how expensive can you make this? Archmage, not as important as the Mountain King, but the freaking Holy Light. The Storm per second too late for Grubby. TC level 5. Dark's falling. Another one. The bats always do like a nice preparation for the rest of the army to finish him off. But now, a little pool day. It's not a foregone conclusion here. As long as the Mountain King has mana, I guess he's still stuck. How good are Griffins really? We have a clap again. And as I said, man, it's an incredible spell against Headhunters. One of the best. And both are bleeding units left and right. With a bit of Griffin micro, and more Brilliance Aura, there's a chance for TH here. Orcs in a fight get worse and worse and worse and worse. Humans are getting better and better and better. So while this is still extremely expensive for TH, well, losing all the Griffins, it's also very expensive for Grubby, but Grubby can afford it because he got that export. Fascinating how much you can get done with triple hero, though. It's so funny, man. There's a grip, there's an answer, there's a kill. There's a grip, there's an answer, there's a kill. Rinse and repeat. Brilliance Aura is doing heavy, heavy, heavy lifting. Enabling the clap, enabling the holy lights, enabling pretty much everything. And now, can you send in Griffins to a point where there's no raiders anymore? Oh my. The fountain is also helping a lot, of course. And Grubby has to retreat from the fight. The human heroes are better than your heroes.
Earth and fire, ready to ride. Vengeance for Surgi.
Ouch. Grubby gotta lick his wounds, and as always, this is very expensive for the orc. But this entire fight was extremely expensive for TH as a whole. And you can stomach this a lot better. But we fight again! The clap! Ooh, trying to Zeppelin micro his way out of there. Trying to fool the little dwarf, but we ain't having that. Another clap is probably a triple kill if he reaches. Heal scroll's absolutely necessary now. Or at this point in time, it's always hard to say. Should you go Shadow Hunter? Yeah, he got heal wave, but he's also extremely fragile. Here on Concealed, Grubby can of course heal for free, and it does that. Giving up a little bit of map control, but saving resources. Wolf Scouting, seeing it's only Griffins. More Griffins. Oh! Big mana pot on the MK! Uh-oh. Second attack upgrade coming as well. This is getting a bit problematic.
We're under attack.
Let's show me what you got. Show me what you got. How good are the clap connections? This one, great. The Griffins sent mini shockwaves out thanks to storm hammers. So whenever units are standing in a line, they take AoE. Splits against the Mountain King now a lot better than at the Fountain. There's barely a moment where the Mountain King can get a target for the clap. This is it though. Boom! So satisfying. He got the mana pot stun. Holy light at the ready. Was about to say, can you stomp the Paladin? Maybe. Maybe. And the Griffins are taking over. TH is taking over. Took him 24 minutes to get a grasp on this game, but he got it now. TC, unstoppable cow. Mad cow disease for sure as well. And we got a heal scroll. For a second, TH looked alright, but I feel like Grubby is almost back in control again. Same supply, fighting at the fountain. Grubby not healing though, I think. The Griffins are. And as long as... Is this Brilliance 3? Yes, great game sense by TH. But TH is... Is he broke? TC will reincarnate. Yes, he is broke. I thought, okay, maybe this harass was so much. But no, what you see is what you get. TH won't get any units anymore. We have one raider. TH smart enough to not kill the TC because then he comes back with mana. Love to see Bloodlust now. Even if it's just for movement speed, man. It's so worth it. Also Big Brain. Big Brain Water Elementals here to harass. Big Brain Orb of Lightning on the TC so he can attack the Griffins. And Purge again. I said this like 5 times in this game, but the way Grubby finds value for the Shaman is remarkable. Throughout the entire game. It's so easy to think, oh, I gambled a little bit in the mid game and I got the wrong unit composition and yeah, or you take what you got and make the best out of it. You somehow gotta stop this mining, though. This is a perfect situation for Stormhammer Griffins, by the way. This is all AoE. There should be AoE on all the peons. RIP! 4 raiders left. 4 griffins left. This one is done. 3 left. OSTH running out of steam. We do have a solution for the water elementals, so they don't hold that much value anymore. Chain lightning, strong. But this paladin, dude, is unstoppable. Was about to say he always has a holy light off cooldown, but Grubby has like what, 3 units? Archmage, storm, rip. That's the mana fountain gone. Without the Archmage, Mountain King Paladin are nothing. We have a lot of resources though. We get the Archmage back. It just takes 2 minutes. Insane purges here, by the way. It's almost impossible to fly away from an orb of lightning. It triggers so unreasonably often against flying units. It's nuts. And then you put Bloodlust in the mix and then you tack a lot more. Who's making the next mistake? Which is probably going to be the last mistake. Block, 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 block. But the peons are getting shredded here. TC got a stomp soon as well. An amazing fight between 2 legends. Holy! Can TH survive 50 seconds? Trying to bait. Stomp soon. Holy light ready. Invis wolves hard to do. Here's the stomp. No divine shield. Paladin dead. And this time he can't get him back. Mountain King chase. The orb of lightning wins the game. Must be. No more healing. No more mana regen. No more income. It looks like TH is checkmate. Mad games. I'm tempted to say if TH gets the Tri-Hero back, there's a chance. A TC7 in the right hands, man. Love to see the wolves. Every tiny bit of gold would help TH. Those are the last 2 workers, by the way. That is the last worker. Another shaman. Amazing versus water elementals. And Bloodlust is so good. Archmage back. Paladin back in a minute.
Our town is under attack.
Oh, I got a feeling that the Orb of Lightning will strike again. This is the Scout of the Invis Wolves that we mentioned before. They look so awesome in the Kenshin mod, by the way.
Heed my call.
Yeah, Grubby mining. Grubby mining. TH is down to exactly 1 worker and exactly 1 griffin.
We're under attack.
One last hurrah with the heroes. Best try hero, Archmage, MK Paladin. Nope. Mountain King, Shadowhunter TC is the best. But that doesn't mean they're not incredibly powerful.
Vengeance for Zul'jin.
Okay, one last hurrah. Now the tower's up.
Ready to ride. We're under attack.
Did I say Mountain King? I said Blade Master. Blade Master Shadowhunter TC.
Ready to work.
Okay, big flank. We need to control this dwarf, man. We need to control him and ideally disable the paladin as well. Not too easy to do. Lots of pressure on TH's units. Absolute last chance. And a nice ensnare and a nice decapitation. Grubby doesn't like birds, I feel like. And I love that he puts like this chip damage on the Pally, because the Pally can heal everything else. The Pally just can't heal himself. Yo! Double kill with the chain lightning, ending this game in style. Boom! Hot damn, what a game. Very economically driven in the beginning. Then very, very tactical, especially on the on Grubby's side when it comes to army composition. Like how to make best use of Shaman, when to go in for the headhunters, when to take fights, and it looked rather dicey after that fight on the fountain left-hand side, but at the same time, he crippled the economy so much that TH could never get for this crucial number of griffins.